Hey guys, so welcome to another video, and so in this video also we're going to cover troubleshooting. So in the previous videos we have covered troubleshooting of pods, deployments. So I thought let's move forward and let's try some other ones. So let's try to first of all exhaust everything that's in there in Kilocoda before we move out of Kilocoda for other troubleshooting sort of questions. So today we're going to solve some questions. One will be related to Control Manager, and one we will see which one we want to do. But let's go without wasting much time. We'll go right into the video. Make sure that you watch all the other videos before you come to this video, and make sure that you follow along and do it as well so that you guys can benefit from this video. Okay, so let's go to troubleshooting section, and then we have solved all the pod related ones. Make sure that you solve all of them, and yeah, so we'll solve one of Control Manager, then maybe one of network policy. So that's what we'll do for today, and let's see. Okay, so let's go to the question. Give it a moment. Yeah, fine. So we will start. So what they're saying right now, let's see, that video app deployment replicas is 0, and we have to fix this issue, and expected is 2 replicas. Okay, so it seems to be a replicas issue in the beginning. So what we'll do is get deployment just to check what's going on. So okay, so we already have 2 replicas. If you see, if there was it was a really replicas issue, right, we would see like 0 by 0. So that means that we have to scale. But over here you can see 0 by 2, which means that it is really not working. So in general scenario, right, you will do get pod in this scenario. But what you can see here is that there is no pod as such. So the only thing that could mean explain this is that okay, if this is not having any pod, then then what we have to understand is that okay, that probably it might be in a different namespace. But when we check for deployment, it was clearly in this namespace itself, right? So that is not the issue. So how are we going to figure out? So whenever such situation happens, right, you should first go and check if the main kube system, that is the main pods for the Kubernetes, are they working as expected. So we will go here and check. So when we go here and check, right, we're going to see that okay, everything is seemingly working fine. But when it comes to our control plane, it has got a crash loop back off, right? So it is standard procedure to just go and check why this is happening. So what we do is similar to any other one. We will do k describe pod, and then I'll paste this over here, and then obviously we have to mention the namespace or it won't be able to find. So it's kube system, and now we look at the events. So container image is registry file created container. But what's saying over here? Fail to create container task, fail to create this. Okay, kube controller manager. Okay, so clearly over here, very simple, seems to be like a spelling issue, and it's written manager instead of this, obviously. So that's the issue. So if you guys don't know, whenever you are dealing with any pod not working in the kube system namespace, the manifests are stored within the control plane. So what we'll do is that I will just show you for your knowing purpose that if you do get node, then you will see that okay, there are 2 ones. One is control plane and one is node 01. Suppose we are not, you can just do an SSH into control plane, and it will you are inside control plane. Anyways, you were inside control plane, but I'm just showing you how you could enter it. And then now if I do ls, we have to go to file system. So I will go into file system. So just you have to memorize exactly where these manifests are stored. So I'll show you where it's stored. So first of all, we have to go to etc, right? So when you go to etc, you will see a bunch of files within it, but you have to go to the Kubernetes file because we are looking for the manifest. So always remember that you're looking for the manifest inside etc Kubernetes. And if you do cl over here, then yeah, you will see manifest. So you have to go and do manifest. Okay, so yeah, so now we are inside manifest. Now if I do an ls, you can see that all the manifests that you see over there are present over here. So what I'll do is, right, I will just again get pod -n kube -system describe pod, the one which is failing. We'll paste it here, and -n cube -system. I'm just doing this so that you guys have like a good visual representation. It will give you good connection. So see, so in the events, right, we just saw that there is a typo and where is the typo? We have to look at that, right? So it's saying that there is a control manager in the container, right? Within the container, it's not able to start. So we will go to our we'll go here, and now we have to go and enter inside this manifest, which is not working. So cube controller tab, fine. So inside the containers, if you look at the first line itself, you can see the typo that it's using the wrong spelling. So what we can do is we can just go and fix that, because I have manager. Fine, I fixed that. Now I will save it. Okay. Now if I do a k get pod dash n cube dash system, suddenly it is working, right? Now if I do k get pod, okay, it's just gone. Okay, so I think it will take some time. So if I just do again, yeah, so it just whenever you do this, right, it will first have to restart, right? So now if you see that it has spun up again and it is in running state because we fixed the typo. Now if I go and just confirm, if I do a k get pod, so okay, so the pods have come now, and if I do k get deployment, yeah, everything seems perfect. So if I press check now, yeah, so it's working as expected. Now we will do one more just for so that we can cover more as we go forward. So let's go down. Okay, so network policy. So you need to first of all understand that when it comes to network policy, quite simply, there are two types. One is the ingress and one is the egress. So the ingress is where like where you're accepting traffic, what is the rules for accepting traffic, and egress is the rules for sending out traffic, right? So what is going on here? Let's read. So red pod, green pod, blue pod are running, and red pod exposed within cluster using red service. Okay, so there's a red service which is exposing it, and network policy applied on red pod. Okay, problem is now that red pod is accessible for both green pod and blue pod. Fix the issue that green pod can only access red pod. Okay, fine. So first of all, I will just show you so the number of pods. So there are 3 pods, and if I do k get service, so you can see there is a red service, right? So red pod is the one which is getting exposed using cluster IP, and there is a network policy written so that blue pod and green pod both are being able to access red pod, but our goal is that only green pod should be able to access red pod. So if I do k get network policy, wait, sorry, I do not add a space over here. Yeah, so there is network policy as well. If I I will store this into some file so that we can look into it. k get network policy allow dash green and blue, and then we'll output this into a YAML, and I'll just name it policy.ym, and just we can check. No, I will not open this right here. We have open here vi policy.ym. okay, fine. So here is our network policy with the name allow green and blue. Okay, but technically we only want to allow green, so that is the issue. So if you look over here clearly in ingress, if you look, there are 2 pod selectors specified, right? If you look, it's one is for green pod and one is for blue pod, and then we are matching it with a red pod. So the simplest thing which you have to do, right, is that we have to go into the ingress, and you see that you have to remove the blue pod because only the green pod needs to access this. So what you do is you can just remove the blue pod. So I'll just press double D and blue pod is removed. Now if I do WK and press enter, now what I'll do is k get network policy Now we'll delete this. So all we have done is, right, within the ingress section we have removed the other port. So we have just left, as they mentioned, we only want green port to access, so we have just left green port and we have removed blue port from the ingress section. So we'll delete this now, allow green and blue. Then I will, okay, I forgot to add network. Okay, now we apply -f policy. Fine. Okay, get, I can do it up arrows. Yeah, it is running. So if I now check this, yeah, so that's it. So whenever you're having a network policy, you can go and check within that which ones are being used, and it's pretty straightforward after that on what action you need to take. So that's it for this video. More such videos will keep coming. I'm not trying to add many questions within one video itself because it will become too much of a clutter. So see you guys in other videos. Make sure that you subscribe, and thank you for watching this video.